Hey friends, welcome back. It's Nikki Jackson reporting live from WCI in Orlando, Florida. And I'm joined today by Karen Siebert. Karen, hello and welcome.
Nikki, so good to see you.
so-
3,000 miles apart, but we're here. We made it.
Yeah. So what have you done so far since you've been here?
Oh my God. I live in California. I'm hot. It's humid. And as I said in my post on LinkedIn, I would not give it up for the world. And the world being give kids the world. We were out there at the village painting. I don't paint my own house. We were doing cobweb cleaning. We were planting trees. In California, I call the guy. He comes and does it. Here, we roll up the sleeves and we work on the projects together. In the course of 2.5 hours, we got work done that would have taken the people at the village 3 full months.
Wow.
And many hands made light work. After that, took a quick shower. Why I bothered, I don't know. Because then we were by the pool where it was hot and it was humid. And it was so much fun reconnecting with people. We did the gala in the evening where we showered again. We got all dressed up, rock and roll, hence the nails. You like the nails? I got the groovy nails going. Look at the groovy nails.
Nice.
Woo! We got the groovy nails going. And I was wearing my my best tie-dye representing Jerry Garcia and Grateful Dead. So that was a blast. Did some karaoke with our wonderful CEO, Mike Hessling. We were up there singing and dancing and giving back. And that's what it's about. It's about giving back these poor kids who is basically their last wish. And I was very proud this year. I decided to sponsor the volunteer breakfast.
Wait, you personally sponsored the volunteer breakfast? I personally
sponsored the volunteer breakfast. So a little carbs. So we had some muffins and some bagels. There were definitely bananas and some coffee and water. But I just felt like we have to give back to the industry. And I have my own tagline called paying it forward and giving back. And this is a way that now that I'm in my 60s, don't tell anybody if you're watching this. In my 60s, I've decided it's time to also start giving back. So I keep getting to work. I don't have to necessarily do what I do. I get to do it. I love to do it. And I love giving back. So I'm the one who buys the auction items that I really don't need and then trying to figure out how am I going to get this home. So that's me.
That is incredible. You are so spectacular. Not only are you charitable, but you give back to this industry so much. I know people watching this probably know or feel like they know you already, but who is Karen Siebert? What exactly do you do?
What do I do? Let's see, what don't I do? My title at Gallagher Bassett is Vice President and Director of Carrier Engagement across the country. So my role is to engage with carriers, and the fact that I have been a general counsel and I have been a chief claim officer, I have previously been a CEO of a small TPA. When I'm having conversations with carriers, with their chief claim officers, their presidents, their chief operating officers, trying to explain, hey, listen, you don't need to do all this yourself. You don't need to invest in $1 million IT system. You're an insurance carrier. Go underwrite those policies. Get your actuaries understanding your profitability. Let us handle the claims and the risk management side for you and bring all the power of Luminos, bring all the power of our AI to the table to help you. You go into a new line of business. Do they know where the first claims will come from? Of course not.
Yeah.
Do they know where the policy will sell first? Of course not. So we give them a way to have a variable expense model where as they grow, we grow with them. Once in a while, I'll tease a client, and I know you're going to love this line. I'm like, they go, well, why should we do business together? I was like, so one day you can fire me. And they're like, I'm sorry, what did you say? I was like, one day you're going to fire me.
I love it.
You will grow so much that you'll finally have enough claims where if you want, you can have your own claims team member working there. But why would you? If we've been doing such a great job and we helped you grow, then we'll give you somebody dedicated to your account within Gallagher Bassett. Let's continue to grow together. So love the relationships that I've made over the decades. We'll just say that, for the years and the decades. And then paying it forward and making sure that we're hiring the right people for the future and that we're mentoring the next generation so that if and when I do decide it's time to retire, there are other people behind me, which is really how you and I get to work together because of everything you're doing in the training and development side of the house.
Yeah, awesome. So how long have you been with GB?
Gosh, GB, I'll be celebrating my 8th year anniversary. There's Andy.
Hey,
Andrew.
let's bring
Andrew
him on.
Sobolik.
Come
Look
on.
at you.
Let's bring him on.
We were just talking about give kids the world.
Come
you're
say hi.
alive. You're alive right here, Andy.
I like the live signage you have.
There
was
you
just
go.
Checking in.
Well, you're checking
love
in
it.
right
We're
now.
streaming live on
I
YouTube.
like it. Everything going well?
Everything's
Yeah.
going great. I was just talking about how I personally sponsored the breakfast.
You did.
And Gallagher Bassett was the headline sponsor
Yeah,
for the
that's
whole
correct.
kit and
I
caboodle.
know.
So
Yeah, you guys go all in.
we go
which
all
is,
in.
Which is fabulous.
Yep.
For
And
everyone
all
involved.
in is the theme of this year's Alliance of Women in Work Comp.
It is.
And Nikki is on the, she's an ambassador out of
Okay.
North Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah. So she's going all in too.
Good. And thank you for going out to LA County,
Oh, you're more than
Or-
welcome.
distributing that $10,000 check to Habitat for Humanity
Yes.
to help with the rebuilding of the homes
After the
fire.
fires.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
You know, and Andrew, it's a great honor to have been asked to do that. And it's one of those things where you really realize our industry. I went with Scotty Benton from Sedgwick. So Scotty and I drove over separately.
Yep.
We got there, we did group pictures, and it doesn't matter. We're the biggest competitors, and it's all for a good cause.
It was.
Our industry partners and works together for things like that.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the opportunity to
it
deliver
was
that
wonderful,
check.
and kind of the more success we have at the conference, we're able to expand our charitable giving more nationwide, and that's what we're going to continue to do and recruit supporters like yourselves. Show up with the check and get a picture taken. So
There you
that was
go.
wonderful.
Oh, I
That was
appreciate
wonderful.
that. Chris over at Habitat for Humanity, he really appreciated
Yeah,
it.
that was wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
congratulations
Thank
too.
you.
I know it's been 6 months, 8 months. I lose track of time
Oh,
on your new gig.
I think
so.
22 weeks, Andrew.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So good. I see everything on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful.
She's got a great program coming out soon, so it's going to be like giving birth to a baby.
Yes, it feels that way, very much so. A lot of prep going into it. Hey, do we have financials on some of the charitable efforts?
So we have for Give Kids the World, $165,000.
Did you hear that? 165,000.
So that will increase the industry and WCI's total donation over the past 13 years to $1.36 million.
Wow.
That's right. And that doesn't take into account the money we raised at golf, sweating out there on Sunday. That was another.
That goes to Kids Chance of Florida.
That's right. Another $86,000.
Exactly. And then on Tuesday, we have our second Tuesday night soiree, and I thought, we give back to children with critical,
Right.
who are critical illnesses. There's another charitable giving activity where through Kids Chance, where scholarships are given.
That's right.
And I said, you know what? It would be nice to have a bookend event where we actually give something to first responders and military families who have sacrificed either,
wonderful.
catastrophic injury on the job or, representing our country in harm's way. And so the Tuesday night event, our partner with Tunnel to Towers, and I'm expecting we're gonna write them I'm thinking at least probably around $15,000 check.
Hey,
just for
you
that,
know what? That's just a start.
Yeah, exactly.
As we
So,
always say at Gallagher Bassett, we're just getting started.
That's right.
So it's the first time we're doing it. And last year, I remember Jerome Bettis
Yeah,
and
that's
Victor
right.
Green
Yeah,
showed up. So
exactly.
that was great.
So every
So this
year,
year
it's
it's gonna
going to
get
be
bigger.
something different. Yep, exactly. So
Well, this is
we-
great. Thank you
Yeah.
for
Thank-
stopping
thanks
by.
I'm glad
Bye.
I just checked in. I know we had our podcasting area. I love
Yes.
the little
Here we
step
are.
and repeat, and it looks wonderful.
Yes, stop and see us live. We're
Yeah.
in Hospitality Circle. We'll be here tomorrow as well, all day, recording more podcasts.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Take
for all
care,
your
everyone.
hard work.
Yep.
All right,
Bye-bye.
take care, Andrew.
That
Oh my
was
God, that was great.
that was
That
awesome.
was such a nice surprise to see him.
So what's going on tonight? Are you going to the concert?
Oh my gosh, I don't know about the concert. I'm getting so old. But no, I will probably drop in and see the Jill's Cash Box as the opener.
Oh, okay.
And then maybe hear one or two songs from the primary band or the key band or whatever it's called these days. They gave us 3 drink tickets. I can guarantee you, anybody need extra drink tickets, find me. I do not do 3 drinks anymore.
Oh.
So, I can give out my extra drink tickets. But that should be a lot of fun. And then we start all over again tomorrow, 7 a.m. There's been so many great hosts and hostesses up and down the hallways here doing breakfast, meetings, separate breakout sessions, luncheons. Today I participated with HIRMA, the Hispanic Insurance Risk Managers Association. And I participate with them in California, and they have now started a Southeast chapter. Anybody interested in that? Southeast chapter. Tatalisa Guadino with Vernus and Bowling. And they are planning an event, I hope, for November for Dias de los Muertos, which will be a cultural event around the Day of the Dead.
Okay.
And we do one in California. They're going to do one out here in Florida.
Oh.
And then maybe a couple of webinars, and then get rolling right into Cinco de Mayo, which people think that's actually Independence Day, but 7 de Septiembre is the actual Independence Day in September, but May 5th is what people know as Cinco de Mayo, and that's what they think is Independence Day. So some of it is education as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a fabulous inaugural event, and Gallagher Bassett was one of the sponsors. They had 6 or 7 different sponsors, and really, really nice turnout. Really good turnout. So that was a lot of fun.
I had a great lunch too. So
what did you do at lunch?
I was with Diversity and Talent Alliance. I always forget
data.
The data. Yes. And Gallagher Bassett sponsored that event as well. They had a beautiful luncheon. They recognized students, some incredible emerging talent, college students, even some high school students there.
Wow. That's great. That's great. I remember that Mike Hesslin, we were talking about Mike earlier, and I know you'll have him on at some point here.
Yeah.
But Mike was very passionate about that when we started that last year. And he even invited a couple of the other TPA competitors, so to speak, again, community, to participate in that. I think he also did the keynote speech at the prayer breakfast last year. So it's good to hear that that is continuing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And you did a great job. I was just in the class with you and in Gozi.
Yes.
And she was all dressed in her green and purple because that's the data colors.
Yes.
So you guys were really getting into that. It was great.
Yeah.
And seeing those students asking great questions about, where are we going to be 20 years, 30 years from now? You tell us. You're the future.
Yeah. And they were adding to the discussion too. I mean, they weren't afraid to raise their hands and tell us what they were thinking. It was incredible.
Yeah, that was really, really incredible. And we're the ones who are inspiring them to join our industry, and the values that they have seem to match what we have, right? Being empathetic, being understanding, trying to give back to society. And we're giving back to society through helping these injured workers, through helping these children through the charities that we do. We have the big IICF, Insurance Institute Insurance Charitable Foundation. So that's another big event. And then when we do RIMS, we do the Spencer Foundation, which gives scholarships. Our colleague, Amy Cooper, she's the founder of RISE, Rising Insurance Star Executives. And they gave out, I think, 5 or 7 scholarships this year to college students to get them interested in coming into the world of insurance. So I think more and more of us are realizing we've got to continue to populate the industry and have people want to do a noble thing like we do right now, so that maybe someday I'll retire. But right now I'm having a blast. I'm getting to have time with you, see our audience out here, welcome them, and I'm so excited about next year. Next year is going to be the 80th year for this event. It's 80 years. So we'll see.
How many WCIs is it for you?
Oh gosh, you know what? How about we just say a lot?
Okay.
a lot.
Fair enough.
But you know what? I wouldn't miss it. Like I said at the beginning, I come all the way out from California on Friday. I'll stay all the way through Wednesday with the Alliance of Women in Work Comp, because WCI allows us to have that ballroom. They're so generous.
That's nice.
And then we'll have some items for people to participate in. It should be great. It should be another awesome event.
Can I ask you one last question?
Of course.
All right.
Anything.
So I know some of you aren't actually here, but if you are faced with an attendee that is here and you could give them one piece of advice about this conference, what would it be?
Oh gosh, one piece of advice. Approach people. Just walk up to people. They want to meet you. They want to have conversations. And not just in the exhibit hall where they're standing behind a booth
Right.
hoping that people stop by.
Right.
If you see somebody, if you've got your list beforehand of who you want to meet, just walk up to a person. Come up to me and say, hey, do you know so-and-so? I'd be happy to find the person with you and introduce you. But take a strategic approach to this and approach the people who you want to meet. Those connections are so important. I guess my final piece of advice would be use this opportunity to network. Don't first network when you want to find a job or when you need to find a job. Networking starts right now. When you don't think you need it, to start building that network.
And there you have it. Some great advice
Yeah.
from the infamous Karen Siebert. Karen, thank you so much for coming on today. And thanks for joining us at the WCI Live Podcast Experience. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Okay.